그쵸. 뭔가 촬영하다 보면 피게 되더라고요. 힘들어서 피는 건 아니에요, 근데. My hair. Everyone wants to see my hair. So, hair is 머리 진짜 지금 it's really messy, so it's very long. So I mean I'm still in the process of growing it out, but it's yeah, I didn't cut it. So but anyway, 감사합니다. You guys have any questions? I'll gladly 이 시간에 I'll gladly try answering as much as I can. Because I know I'm not really active, so 뭐 혹시 뭐 질문 같은 거 있어요? 제가 업데이트나 뭐 여기에 잘 안 들어오긴 해가지고 들어와 있을 때 약간 여러분들의 뭐 질문이나 뭐 이런 거를 많이 뭔가 대답을 해줘야 될 것 같아서 죄송해요. I'm gonna wear the hat again. 머리가 너무 길어가지고 눈을 계속 찔리네요. 죄송합니다. I can't see because my hair is like so long. It's kind of poking my eyes, so I just have to. That's why I wear the beanie, because I can't seem to look around, you know. 이 시간에 어울리는 노래. 그러게요. 지금 한국 현재 시간이 2시 40분이니까 잘 때인가? 저는 좀 늦게 자가지고 잔잔한 노래보다 약간 분위기 있는 노래이지 않을까요? 그러면 그거 한번 생각해 볼게요. 제가. How's the gang doing? Everyone's busy. Everyone is very busy, and everyone is very occupied doing their own thing. So yeah, I mean, you know, you guys obviously know what it means when we're busy. So I mean, yeah, everyone's doing fine. Everyone's great. The whole team, you know. Lori's not here. Lori is at home actually. So Lori, 나중에 I'll show you guys Lori. Lori's the same. She's very she's happy. I don't know. I can't really tell if a dog's happy, but I'm sure she's happy. You know. 좋아하는 야식 좋아하는 야식. 저는 약간 애기 입맛이어서 단 거를 되게 좋아해요. 당 떨어져서 단 걸 좋아하는 건가? 나이가 들어서 그건가? 저는 근데 야식이라고 하면 초콜릿. I love chocolate. Chocolate and jelly. 뭐 솔직히 초콜릿 젤리 안 좋아하는 사람이 누가 있어요? But I love chocolate and jelly a lot. And I feel like that's kind of always, I have a craving for a lot of chocolate, a lot of jelly, and doesn't matter what type, as long as it's chocolate and as long as it's jelly, I can manage to devour it in an instant. 좋아하는 가수요? 저는 어렸을 때부터. So if someone asked me what my favorite artist, who my favorite artist is, honestly, 저는 이제 초등학교 때부터 약간 데프트 펑크의 영감을 많이 받아가지고, 그리고 뭐 Electric Light Orchestra가 그러니까 옛날 음악, 그러니까 옛날 소리. 그리고 초등학교 때 제가 그걸 너무 충격적으로 들어가지고 팝 이런 걸 잘 안 들었어요. 근데 so I remember when I was in primary school, elementary school, I was gifted like a CD. At the time, it was a CD when I was in elementary school. And in elementary school, no, you don't. Well, back then, you didn't have a MP3. It was kind of like a Walkman 시절이었죠. CD. So you had to put a CD into. Yes, I'm a boomer. So I would have like a little CD player or Walkman where you put tapes in and stuff. And the first CD I was ever gifted was Daft Punk Discovery, I believe, and that's when it first came out. So that's like more than 15, 16 years ago. And I remember that was the first time I ever, being in elementary school, that was the first time I ever took in what sound and what music does to someone's feelings. 그때 아직까지 약간 너무 충격적이었어요. 그래서 it's always been my influence. Yeah, I think that's kind of where it started off, the whole music and all that kind of stuff. 코어 피어싱 아파요? 코어 피어싱은 당연히 아프죠. 약간 뭐 어떤 피어싱이든 사실 안 아픈 건 없긴 한데, 근데 이렇게 생각하면 돼요. 아픈 게 약간 0.5초? 0.5초를 그냥 한번 약간 좀 따끔하고 그 다음에는 안 아파요. 근데 이제 그렇게 생각하면 0.5초만 참으면 돼요. 그러면 사실 뭐 이거는 그냥 본인이 원하시면 생기는 거죠. 예. Do you have a TikTok? I don't have a TikTok. I don't know. I don't think I was ever fond of TikTok too much. I see a lot of my friends and stuff. They send me a lot of TikToks where I'm in the TikTok, and it's very interesting. It's pretty interesting to see that I have my presence on TikTok as well, which is kind of interesting. And a lot of the times it's regarding my age and stuff. Oh shit! I can't believe I'm born in 90, right? But I one thing I just cannot believe is I can't believe I'm actually turning 30 this year. Can you believe that? Like I mean, to some of you guys might be like, holy shit, he's old. But I never for once in my life thought I would hear that. And I always kind of lived my life, especially my 20s, thinking like the 30 period would never come, or I really wouldn't care. But I'm not gonna lie, it starts getting to you when you're 29 and you realize all of a sudden everyone around you, or people that you knew, were just as old. They're getting married, your mom, your dad, or whatever is obviously not as young and youthful as you remember them, and it just kind of reminds you that I guess everything happens so quickly, so you might as well enjoy every single moment. I always thought worrying about something, or or not even really being in a certain moment or giving it that much attention, it really deprives you from experiencing that moment to the utmost, if you know what I mean. So I guess nothing lasts forever, but I think isn't that the beauty in life? It's about accepting the idea that being everything having an imperfection is actually the idea of perfection, if you know what I mean. It's so, in other words, it's okay that nothing lasts forever, you know. It's because that's the beauty and that's the quality in life, you know. Yeah. Do you play any games, 형? I play okay, so I used to play games a lot. I used to play Dota. I used to play a lot of that. FPS games like CS. But these days, mobile games, there's only one game I play, and it's called Kart Rider. I'm sure you guys know. 카트라이더는 제가 진짜 미쳐버리겠어요. 그거 너무 빠지게 돼가지고 어쩌다가 카트라이더를 하게 됐네요. 저는 진짜 상상도 못했는데. 근데 카트라이더 하면서 왜 이렇게 초반에는 진짜 못해가지고 욕을 엄청 많이 먹었어요. 근데 왜 이렇게 부모님 욕을 하는지 모르겠어요. 진짜 사람들이 진짜 약간 너무 충격 먹어가지고 아니 못하면 바로 약간 그런 식으로 공격하더라고요. 그래서 좀 약간 좀 무섭다고 생각했어요. 저는 욕을 못해요. 왜냐면 한국말 타자 치는 게 너무 느려가지고 딱 제가 뭔가 답변으로 뭔가 얘기를 하려면 왜 그랬냐 하고 딱 이제 뭔가 치면 사람한테 나가 있더라고요. 그러니까 제가 조금 타자 치는 게 좀 느려가지고 그냥 포기했어요. 그냥. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys know Kart Rider, but that's like it's a very common game in Korea. It's been around for a very long time. It's actually a PC game, and it's where it's kind of like Mario Kart, where you have these little characters drifting, and it's like a car racing game. But they have like little carts. Check it out. Mobile Kart Rider is really fun. Indonesia. Shout out to all the Indonesian fans. We miss you terribly. I miss you guys. I miss all the fans around the world. I miss traveling. I miss traveling so much. And obviously due to COVID, it's given everyone time, I think, to self-reflect, I guess, but I do think that it will go back to normal, it will. It just takes time, so if everyone hi from Brazil. Arab fans, definitely. 근데 카트라이더 근데 약간 현질을 해야 되는 게임이지 않아요? 약간 제가 차빨이 있어가지고 약간 현질을 하게 됐는데, 근데 어쨌든 차가 좀 좋아야 되니까 차빨이 있어서. 근데 약간 그런 경우 있더라고요. 약간 실력이 안 받쳐줄 때가 있더라고요. 차의 힘에 실력이 안 받쳐주면 욕을 또다시 바가지로 먹더라고요. 뭐 현질해서 실력이 그 정도밖에 안 되니 차가 아깝다 이런 얘기를 와, 나 진짜 끝없이 들어가지고 그래서 연습을 많이 했죠. 근데 이제 그런 소리 안 들어요. 어쨌든 anyway, so do you have friends from Indonesia? I believe I do. Yes, I do have friends from Indonesia. Back in high school, I used to have friends from Indonesia. Take care when you go outside. Thank you. I shall. Who do you want to collab with? I don't know. There's a lot of people that I do want to collab with, but I do not know. That's a question I'll probably have to think about. You know, can you sing? I believe I do have to. I believe I love singing. It's probably something that you guys never knew about me. But yeah, I do like singing. But I don't think. All in good time. Anyway. Which country will you want to travel to? I want to go everywhere. Why aren't I sleeping? It's a good question. I think it's because I think a lot, and I'm sure if a lot of people can relate to people that think a lot. You tend to have a hard time falling asleep because you have so many ideas and so many thoughts racing through your head that you can't concentrate on sleep. Even if your body's tired, you don't want to give it. I mean, it's kind of inevitable for me. I've always had a hard time sleeping because I have so many thoughts and so many ideas racing through my head. So it's hard to. You can't just switch that off. So I think that's why. 너무 오랜만인데, 그쵸? 너무 오랜만이긴 하죠. 제가 너무 업데이트를 안 하죠. 죄송해요. 제가 너무 할 게 많아가지고 여러분을 위해, 진짜 어떻게 보면 여러분을 위해 열심히 뭔가를 준비를 하고 있고 뭔가를 만들고 있어서 약간 저는 또 특히 성격이 뭐에 약간 뭘 하면 그냥 완전 올인 하는 스타일이어서 그거밖에 안 보이거든요. 그 순간은. 그래서 조금 그랬나 봐요. 사실 이것도 업데이트를 해주고 여러분들이랑 좀 소통도 하고 이래야 되는데 그런 걸 많이 못해도 약간 그쵸, 미안하죠. 저도 한편으로. Spanish, hola, that's the only word I know. I really should learn Spanish. 평소에 몇 시에 일어나냐고요? 평소에 저는 잠을 푹 자는 경우가 되게 드물해요. 되게 어려워가지고 약간 잠이 들면 항상 새벽에 잠이 들긴 하는데 아니면 아침에 자요. 근데 이제 일어나면 거의 한 2시간 일어나서 또 다시 잠들려면 거의 1시간 걸리고 또 2시간 자고 바로 일어나서 그래서 약간 틈틈이해서 뭐 스케줄 없는 날은 그냥 거의 오후까지 자죠. 근데 만약에 제가 뭐에 꽂혀 있으면 예를 들면 작업이나 뭐 이런 거 그러면 거의 3시간밖에 안 자요. 왜냐면 못 자겠어요. 가만 못 있겠어요. 그거를 해야 된다는 그런 압박감이나 뭐 신나가지고 약간 빨리 뭔가 성격이 급해가지고 빨리 그거를 더 만지거나 빨리 뭔가를 더 해야지 약간 마음이 편해지더라고요. 예. How do you practice your vocals? Just every morning when you take a shower, turn on your favorite song. Karaoke version is the best, and I sing. I sing. I mean, doesn't everyone do that though? Like, you sing along to your favorite songs or your favorite instrumental. But when you sing it I guess one good thing that you should keep in mind is you shouldn't curate a bad habit. Which what I mean by that is, people should use their natural voice, but a lot of people tend not to use their natural voice when they sing because it makes them cringe or they can't stand their voice, and it's completely natural. But if you're trying to get in key to, because a lot of times if people who don't sing, they'll sing flat, it'll be a flat or it'll be off key. So if you're ever serious about it, then you should get into the habit of trying to sing on that notation and try reducing being flat. So it'll be a good thing to record yourself when you sing, so you know how you sound like. Even if you can't stand it, it's always good practice, and practice makes perfect. A lot of people like to do vocal exercises to warm their voices up, and absolutely, I think you should. So for me, that's my warm up. Yeah. Have a good dream. Thank you. You too. I hope you have a good dream too. My voice can't relate. It's okay. My voice, I still am very, I can't get used to my voice too, even now. I'm sure there's a lot of artists out there, professional artists or veterans that still aren't used to their voice, which is probably why they try different styles and whatever works for them. 저도 로리가 그립네요. 예. Please call my name. Bio. I'm sorry, I didn't see the last one. What time is it? It's 3:00, which is pretty early. For me, it's still very early. Yeah. 안녕. You look like a bear. I think I read that right. Yeah, I mean that's a first. I've never been called a bear. I've been called a lot of things, but a bear. I've been called I don't know what's a common animal that I've been called. I've been called a kangaroo, but I truly believe that's because my origin is from Australia, and they make a lot of relations to that. So I've been called a kangaroo before, actually a few times. Yeah. Are you sleepy? No, I'm not, which could be a problem because I'm not that sleepy. That's a problem. How did you learn to direct videos? Honestly, I'm sure a lot of people are curious about that, but I didn't know I was going to become a director when I first started taking, I guess, interest in shooting videos or making it. For me, my key interest was I just wanted to express what was kind of in my head, and it kind of started from there. So there was no key goal in mind, and mind you, it's personally, I'm saying this through personal thoughts, because a lot of people are different. A lot of people some people want to be like amazing directors, and I feel like my job as a director is to put people on the right path to do that. But for me, I started off as a passion project, and I just loved making films. I just loved creating, and I guess what that means is if you like something, if you take interest in something, I feel like you shouldn't categorize it as a certain thing, or you shouldn't have to feel the need to pressure yourself to have a certain title, like I have to be a good director, or I wish I can be a famous rapper, or I wish I can be a famous singer. You shouldn't put yourself in that box. Otherwise, if you do that, what you're doing to yourself is you're putting such a standard, and you're putting such, I guess, pressure on yourself, that the minute something doesn't work out, and which obviously it will happen in that way because everyone's human, and it's okay for something not to work out, but the minute something doesn't work out, you immediately link it to how hard it's going to be to get to a certain point. And you shouldn't put yourself in that box. Otherwise, people are more likely to give up then, and that's not what you want. The reason why a lot of famous directors are famous, or a lot of artists are well known, is because I'm pretty sure it's because they just didn't give up. And if you're not confident, I always say confidence is like, you're never born confident. No one is ever born confident. Even if it's in your trait, no one's ever born confident. I feel like confidence comes with a lot of trial and error. So it's the amount of, I guess, actions that you the 20% battery thing came up. So as I was saying, I feel like confidence is something that you have to curate, and the only way to curate that is if you start doing things that you're not comfortable with, and each and every single time, no matter how hard it is, and you feel like it's impossible to do, you always find a way to conquer it. And the more you find a way to conquer each problem that you face, doesn't matter if it's video related, if it's personal family related, or if it's anything, I think what life teaches you is you always have a problem in life, and you're going to get it so unexpectedly, but the only way to overcome it is to stick through it and find a way. And trust me, I think people are humankind is the epitome of, I guess, the species that are best at that, finding a solution to any problem. So it means everyone's special. I'm no different from you. But if you don't try, and if you don't exactly that, so there's a reason why the greats are great. It's because they tried, and obviously it's never easy, but that's just it, isn't it? No one ever tells you it's going to be easy. It's really a battle against yourself, really. But I think at the end of the day, literally anyone can do anything, and that's a scary thought, but it's the truth. I feel like you have to, I feel like you just have to live like it's your last. You gotta treat everything like it's your last. It's hard to do, granted, but just to give you a clear idea of what I mean is, for example, like if someone came to you and was like, by tomorrow you have to bring $5,000 or 5K, or else like your dog dies, or else there's something bad's gonna happen to your family, then don't you think in your mind by tomorrow you would do anything, any means possible to get that $5,000 because you have something huge riding on the line for you? But that's just it. That's what I mean. You have to face everything with that mentality. And that just shows you, if because honestly, if you feel like you're not putting yourself on the line for whatever you do and whatever you want to become great at, then it's not going to work. But if you treat it in a way where it's a must, like if you can't, it's like no matter what it takes, you're going to do it, then yeah, honestly, you will get it done. And I think that's something a lot of people, I feel like, should, I guess, realize, because it doesn't always have to be a critical moment in your life for you to change, or something bad that has happened to you for you to understand that I get the whole necessity of people experiencing, and first-hand experience is the best way to let somebody know. But at the same time, it's that logic, isn't it? It's, if you haven't tried it yet, you should really give it a go, and you should stick to it, right? Like, and of course, I guess environmentally, the people that are around you do affect you ultimately, and I think that's why context is very important. If you grow up in a neighborhood where 90% of your neighborhood is affecting bad, negative energy around you, then you're, no matter how good of a person you're born as, trait-wise, you're going to be affected environmentally. Which is why, I think it's also very important, if you realize you're in a toxic environment, you should get your ass out there as soon as possible, because that does really ultimately affect how a person is, and it's not even their fault, and that's the saddest part about it. But yeah, oh shit, sorry, I went too deep on that. So, in other words, what I'm trying to say is, everyone's capable, everyone is capable of doing whatever they want. And I think you should stop worrying. Yeah, I really do think people should stop caring too much about what other people think, and how hard it's gonna be, and I feel like we should just stop caring about shit like that and just do what we really want to do. Yeah, but overall, mental health is, I think, number one. If you're not healthy mentally, you're not going to be healthy physically, and you're not going to be anywhere near helpful to those around you, even if you want to, even if you think by you cutting yourself off from people and society because you don't want to burden them, it's ultimately you're the one that has to be strong and healthy, and the only person that can do that is yourself. And no one said it's going to be easy, but I think that's the sacrifice that you have to take. I mean, that's the effort, isn't it? Yeah, but all in all, this somehow ended up turning into like a motivational thing. But I mean, since when has my life never really turned into that? It's either that or I talk about the most randomest shit ever. But I just kind of thought, if I could somewhat use, I guess, my voice in a way where it doesn't offend, or it doesn't become too political, or it doesn't become too one-sided. I feel like the only message that anyone with a platform should ever give, if you are trying to deliver a message, is literally you should cater and you should really go for what you truly want to do in life. And that's a huge spectrum, because so many people have different things that they want to do in life, but it really does come down to that idea of, can I do it, or what's stopping me? And and most of the times it's because of a lot of judgment issues, and that lowers a lot of self-esteem, and but I think, ultimately I think everyone is capable of everything, and you guys should just believe in yourself a little bit more. Yeah, so that's all I wanted to say. And it's okay to be sad. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to worry. You're not alone, right? But at the end of the day, right, you have the power to change everything. It's you that matters, and if you don't do anything about it, then no one else will, and you shouldn't expect anyone else to. And honestly, the results and the rewards that you reap to standing up to yourself is actually, it comes back to you in twofolds or more, and it's that much worth it.